All right, how's it going, everyone? Nick from Comic Culture here. Time for another random haul unboxing stuff, just some stuff that's been stacking up over the past couple of weeks. I want to show you what I'm diving into, what I'm looking for when I go out places. So we have another superhero comics book right here. So let's go ahead and bust into that, and then we'll get into this little stack of books that I got over here. So we're going to get into this superhero comics. As seen on Cartoonist Kayfabe, we had a bootleg Spider-Man, which I got a long time ago, or, you know, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, whatever it was. So super excited to be a part of that. And I got a few other books from him as well. So that's really cool. So let's get into here, see what I got. Ooh, that's awesome. I didn't realize it was going to be that big. That's so cool. All right, let's throw that stuff to the side. So we have Steel Streets issue number 2. I liked issue number 1 a lot, so I went ahead and got issue number 2. And then we have one of the new books, I believe, called Full Power. So that's actually huge. I mean, compared to the other zines right here. And I got this one. I just like the creator a lot. I'm digging the work that he's doing, and so I just wanted to support good creators. Some cool zines here. Don't know exactly what this story is going to be, but I just love the extra size as well. And the, you know, getting into this is pretty cheap. I mean, some of these are $5, some of them are $10, which is, you know, well worth it with the quality and everything. And just like to support some, you know, independent creators. So going to go ahead and check this one out. Love that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, there you go. And then of course, Steel Streets issue number 2 to continue that. I have number 1. I liked it a lot. So went ahead and grabbed that. It has like a Turtles vibe. So if you're into TMNT, like the early stuff, has that kind of a vibe in there. So I would recommend checking them out. I'll try to put a link down below in the description as well. So some of this stuff is like Goodwill finds. And so we got this Garfield Think Big his 32nd book. Holy cow. It's actually from 1997. We love Garfield. I loved all the, you know, Sunday paper cartoons. And so we actually got several of these books. So whenever we see one, we try to pick them up, and they're only a couple dollars over at your Goodwill. So you can check those out and collect those because, you know, hey, it's comics. We're going to be checking them out. And then, of course, my daughter's birthday was just a little while ago. I'm picking up some manga for her because she's loving that. We're up to Demon Slayer issue number 10 or book number 10 right now. So we'll be checking that out. She's really into this. I think we have the first 10 or so, but I went ahead and found that. And then I believe I found these Full Metal Alchemist over at Goodwill as well. And it was book number 1 and 2. Yeah, there's the stickers right there. $4 each, and I think we got a discount on them as well. So went ahead and picked up 1 and 2. I remember watching this, watching that anime when I was a little younger. And then we have My Hero. So she's into that as well. So I went ahead and grabbed book number 1 so she can get into this as well. So she has a lot of reading to do, or I have a lot of reading to do, one or the other. I actually have a decent stack of manga going right now, and she's loving Demon Slayer, and she's watched the show and everything. So that's all cool. So we got those right there, but I have a stack in the corner I need to get cracking on as well. Some other Goodwill finds, man. We have Jeff Loeb Tid Sales Batman Long Halloween full trade. I think this was $4. So went ahead and found this at Goodwill. And I remember reading this a couple years ago. I need to get back into it because I remember really enjoying the series, or the run rather. And so we'll be diving into this again at some point, probably around Halloween time. Maybe we'll do a review or a walkthrough or something like that. You never know. We might go ahead and do that. Then a couple of random books. So I got this Michelangelo. This is the first, I love this, number 1 in the 1-issue micro series. A 1-issue micro series. That is about as micro as it gets. So I went ahead and got this from a buddy that works at my shop. And so he had a copy. He knew I was looking for it. So I went ahead and got this from him. What an awesome dude. So thank you so much for that. Glad to add that to the collection because I'll be stacking some, or trying to find some early TMNT stuff. And so that's going to go great in the collection. So thankful for that one right there. Then I believe the rest of the books are some random things that I found in the dollar bin. Some things, some indies that might look a little interesting. So we have Enchanter, miniseries number 1 of 8 from Eclipse Comics. I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but basically what I do is I look through dollar bins and I try to find books that have interesting artwork in the indie scene. And so I went ahead and picked this one up just because I was kind of mesmerized by the inking inside of here. And so it's pretty simple, but then it has a lot of great like contrasts and like some weird perspectives and things like that. So I went ahead and picked this up just to give it a shot, see what's going on, because I just like the art style. There's so much black in here, so it makes the white really pop. So I went ahead and got this. Never seen it before. Wanted to check it out. If you guys have any memory of Enchanter from Eclipse Comics. Got issue number 1 right there. Let me know if you remember that or anything about it. So let me know down below in the comments. Same goes for this one right here. We have Strange Attractors number 1. And so I don't know what's going on. I kind of like fell in love with this situation here. It's like, I'm not sure if she has some kind of like brainwashing thing or some kind of a head device on right here. She's reading a comic, being suspended, and it was a cool like silhouette in the background. So let's bust this open and see what the art looks like inside of here real quick. Of course, the back is pretty interesting as well. Again, black and white comic. Kind of got my attention going through it. And it looks like this one came out in the early 90s, 1993, from Retro Graphics. So again, this one kind of caught my eye. Interesting cover. And so black and white interiors. Wanted to check it out. Let me know if you've seen this one before at your shop so you know anything about it. That's kind of my new obsession right now, is to kind of going through dollar bins and seeing if I can find any books I haven't seen before. Black and white indies. Again, Eclipse Comics Valkyrie miniseries, 1 of 3. Let's bust into it and see what it looks like on the inside. This one's actually not black and white, but the art was still pretty cool. Exposure, great little scene right here. Could have done something with the smoke, but I actually liked it. Some little Time magazine in there. Looks like some people getting beat up, some interviews going on, some journalism. And then we have like this Batman kind of weird creator guy. This Batman weird guy in the back here coming to maybe save the day or ruin the day. So we'll get into this and see what's up with Valkyrie issue number 1. Again, all the people that collect like Nazi covers, things like that. You got some of that action in here as well. So you got a lot of weird things going on. A lot of like Mad Max, Indiana Jones. We got Nazis in here. We got street toughs, some gangs, things like that. Who knows what we're going to get into when I get around to reading this book here. But that's Valkyrie. Then we have another weird one here. Lance Barnes, Post Nuke Dick. This is a weird cover. Let me go ahead and get it out so we get out of the glare, and I'll show you what I was looking at when I saw this book. So we have some giant, like, grotesque chef right here. He's got some big knives, things like that. Then we have 2 people essentially tied to, like, a beater. And they're tied to it kind of like they're going into the pot, going to get mixed up in here. So I thought that was pretty funny. The Brutal Gourmet. So I saw this cover. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this? And the interiors look just like the cover. They're very detailed. A lot of cool stuff going on. A lot of interesting perspectives. Some decent inking. Just lines everywhere, man. It's a very detailed book. Very, very crazy. So I saw that. Some dude with like a chef's hat, but it's a gigantic cookie. A lot of crazy stuff going on in here. So we're going to be checking this one out at some point. It was just ridiculous enough for me to pay $1 for it. To see what's going on in this book at some point. Then we have a book that everyone's probably seen before. We have X-Men, God Loves, Man Kills. Finally was able to get a copy of this. Of course, this is not like the first print or anything like that. I want to say it's like the 8th, but let's get into this and see what's going on. This is the first one I've ever gotten. Yeah, 8th printing right there at the bottom. I remember reading this digital a couple of years ago, and I didn't get very far. I actually did not finish it. So now it gives me a perfect opportunity to read it and see what the big fuss is, man. I hear this is a lot of people's favorite X-Men story, or in the top 5 or so. So now I have it in physical copy. I'm going to be checking that one out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that haul. I got a lot of random stuff, some stuff that everyone recognizes, some things that I'd be surprised if anyone has seen before, really. And of course, some classic TMNT, some classic Batman stuff, and expanding the manga scene with some new stuff, some stuff that my daughter's into, and things that I need to get around to reading as well. But I hope you enjoyed that one. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button down below. I really, really appreciate it. But I'll see you guys down below in the comments.